Ever wonder why every time you try to get back on track, it works for about a week and then everything falls apart? You start Monday strong. New plan, new motivation, meal prep ready to go. You're tracking perfectly, drinking your water, hitting every workout. And then life happens. Someone gets sick, the schedule falls apart, you're running on fumes and telling yourself, I'll start fresh next week. Does that sound familiar? Here's the thing. That's not because you're lazy or unmotivated. It's because you're trying to change everything at once. And that one habit, the do it all right now habit, kills more weight loss attempts for moms than anything else. But here's the part no one talks about. You don't need a total life overhaul. You just need one domino. Here's the problem. We've been told that if we want to change, we have to do everything different. New plan, new foods, new workouts, new rules. And for moms, that usually means trying to stack those on top of an already overloaded life. You wake up Monday with the best intentions. Protein pancakes, early workout, gallon of water. You feel like, okay, I'm finally doing it. But by Thursday, you're running on caffeine and survival mode. The kids are melting down, dinner's chaos, and the only workout you're doing is chasing your toddler around the house. So you tell yourself, I'll get back on track when things calm down. Except life doesn't calm down. And that's the trap. You keep waiting for the perfect week to show up. But if your plan only works when life is perfect, it's not the right plan. The truth is, you don't need more effort. You need a different strategy. Okay, picture this. You're standing in your kitchen, coffee in one hand, baby on your hip, and you're trying to spin like 10 plates at once. You've got your protein goal, your step goal, your water goal, your journaling, your workouts, your bedtime routine, your no sugar rule, your gratitude list, and oh look, someone's asking for another snack. It looks impressive for about 30 seconds. Then one plate starts wobbling. Maybe you miss a workout or grab a handful of goldfish because lunch didn't happen. And suddenly, every other plate crashes down with it. That's what happens when you try to change everything at once. You might keep it going for a few days, but eventually, life throws something your way. A sick kid, a late night, a crazy week, and all those spinning plates, gone. Because you didn't need to spin more plates. You need to build a stack of bricks, one steady habit at a time. That's how you build something that actually lasts. Here's what I finally realized. You don't need to fix your whole routine to see results. You just need to fix one piece of it. Every single mom I've ever coached who saw lasting results didn't start with a total overhaul. They started with one thing, because when everything feels like it has to change, your brain taps out. You end up doing nothing because you're trying to do everything. But when you zoom in and just focus on one small win, it's like giving your brain a chance to breathe. You start to feel successful again. You get a little momentum. And suddenly you want to keep going. It's like learning to walk. You don't take off sprinting. You take one step, find your balance, then take another. That's what building healthy habits should feel like. Steady, doable, and built for real life, not a highlight reel. The key is choosing the first right habit, the one that's actually going to move the needle for your body. Because what works for your friend might not be what your body needs. That's one reason why I created my free body type quiz. It helps you figure out how your body's wired and where to start based on that. I'll link it below if you want to take it after this video. One of my clients, let's call her Sarah, came to me completely burned out. She was doing everything right. Tracking food, doing workouts 6 days a week, cutting carbs, running miles on top of lifting, and still felt stuck. When we looked closer, she was basically doing cardio marathons and under-eating by hundreds of calories. She didn't need to work harder. She needed to simplify. So instead of trying to overhaul her entire life, we picked one focus: strength training and fueling her body enough to support it. Within a few weeks, she wasn't dragging through the day anymore. Her clothes started fitting differently. She lost inches off her waist and legs. But what really changed was how she thought about health. She told me, for the first time, I'm not punishing my body. I'm actually working with it. That's the power of focusing on less. It gives you room to finally see progress. And honestly, she's not alone. I see so many moms trying to do exactly what she did. Carry the whole plan, every habit, all at once, and then wondering why it feels impossible to keep up. It's kind of like this. You know when you try to carry all the grocery bags inside at once? You're balancing 12 bags on your arms, the strap's cutting off circulation, your pinky's holding the milk, and you're praying the eggs make it. You might make it to the kitchen, but you're wrecked by the time you get there. That's what most moms do with their health goals. They try to carry everything at once instead of taking one load at a time. If you just made 2 trips, you'd actually get there faster and without the broken eggs. And here's the thing, once you do stop trying to carry it all, something really cool happens. You finally have the energy and focus to give one habit your full attention. And when that one habit sticks, it starts knocking over the next. Think of your habits like dominoes. Most people try to set up 50 at once and knock them all down on day 1. And when it doesn't work, they think they failed. But momentum doesn't come from doing more. It comes from tipping over one that sets the rest in motion. Start with one small, steady habit, like hitting 30 grams of protein at breakfast or walking after dinner. When that becomes automatic, it naturally pushes the next one into place. You eat better the rest of the day. You sleep better. You move more. It's not about being perfect. It's about building momentum that works with your life, not against it. And there's a reason this works. It's not just motivational talk. Behavior science shows that your brain can only focus on one major change at a time. When you try to build too many new habits at once, your willpower gets spread thin, kind of like trying to charge 10 devices with one outlet. Research on habit formation shows that it takes consistent repetition in the same context for a habit to actually stick, usually over the course of several weeks, not days. And when one behavior becomes automatic, it stops draining your mental energy, which gives you more capacity to add the next one. That's how momentum is built, not from doing more, but from repeating one thing until it feels natural. So instead of trying to overhaul everything, pick one habit that will make the rest easier and let your brain do what it's designed to do. Adapt through repetition. So here's the bottom line. Fat loss doesn't fall apart because you're not disciplined. It falls apart because you keep trying to fix everything at once. Stop chasing the perfect plan and start mastering one simple thing that actually sticks. Here's your challenge for this week. Stop trying to change everything. Pick one small habit, just one, and master it. That's how you build real consistency that sticks. And if you're not sure which habit your body actually needs, take my free body type quiz. It's linked below. It'll help you figure out what to focus on first, so you're not wasting energy on things that don't move the needle. Because when you stop trying to do it all and start doing what matters, that's when everything finally starts to click. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope that you found this helpful. And if this made you think about weight loss differently, make sure you hit subscribe because I upload new videos every week to help moms lose fat, build strength, and finally feel confident in their skin again. I'll see you in the next one.